What's up, guys? We are live and we have Ashan here for the live today. And today's topic, if you guys saw it, like it's about like how to eat more and lose more body fat. So, anyway, so before we actually deep dive into this live topic today, like I want to ask you guys, like, how's your day going? For me, like I'm having the best day ever because when you're like 17 weeks away from your prep, one of the things you need to have like as a athlete is like taking boxes. So that like I'm actually like done most part of ticking the boxes today is the fact that like I've done high number of steps and also I've got my workout in. I did like some heavy pushes and heavy exercises. So Ashan here is like 4 weeks out. So how's your day going over there, Ashan? How's things, like did you get your training done and all those nice stuff is done, or like how's things over there?
Yes, I think the morning sessions are over. Weight training
Yeah,
is done, and
yeah.
I think towards the end of the day, I think that's how the plan has been going so far. So I've been sticking to it. So uh, the last few days to pull off, right? The last month,
Yes.
I think we're just if we take away the peak week, we're just 3 weeks out. So
Yes.
yeah, pretty excited and a little bit busy with you know getting what is needed for traveling
Yes.
done.
Yes.
So yeah, overall taking it slow.
And just want to say, like, Team Empire started this project of like preparing athletes for ICN Sri Lanka India event in September, and you are seeing results of those people who actually push through, and you're gonna see a lot more. And some of them will actually do, not some of them actually, like all of them will do really, really great, and we are super excited about it because you guys did a posing session like with the team yesterday, and Justin gave me an update and. Looking forward for like more all of you guys who's actually gonna be competing in India. So anyway, like moving on to today's topic, it's about like how to eat more and lose more body fat in your fitness journey. So we thought like we want to bring this topic into consideration into this live discussion today is because based on like most of the consults I do, whenever their goal is fat loss, like most of them like is eating way too less, restricting too much, and going back to their old lifestyle. So that's actually been like the pattern of most people, and Ashan used to be one of them. And Ashan used to restrict himself too much, and if you actually saw Ashan's picture on the left side, it's been like with lots of restrictions, lots of things being restricted there, right? Like you did not do so many things, and pushing through willpower was what you were doing. And tell us about your experience on that, Ashan. So before I actually like go down to the three reasons.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, I think due to lack of knowledge, what really happened was I thought that eating less or totally cutting off carbs. The famous misconceptions. I don't think that they will ever go away from the planet
Yes.
because
It's never
we
gonna go
we
away.
keep on. Yeah. It's been proven that those things are not really working, but still these misconceptions are going on. So I remember doing this for years and years. So during this time, um, I think I even went down to like 1,000 calories, trying to get extremely shredded. But one thing I forgot was my performance in the gym was really bad, right? I mean when I entered the gym, after the first few sets, I couldn't even continue with the rest of my workout. So I was focused on being shredded, but in the wrong way. If I feel like I'm not losing weight, the only thing I did was instead of doing a refeed, I kept on reducing calories, and then the willpower only lasts for a few seconds because if your body goes into survival mode, there will be no willpower
Yeah.
from that point onwards. And again, I gave up on my process for like a week or so because I just couldn't do it. That is what happened. And then when I started coaching with you, I realized that a calorie deficit doesn't mean that you need to starve yourself, right? So
Yes.
and after that, I remember even on slight deficits, I was improving really well, and my uh, um, strength was actually increasing day by day.
Yes.
So yeah, that's one of the biggest mistakes I did. I even lost a lot of muscle. I feel like I could have been much bigger than I am right now if I had uh, uh, done it the right way. But
Yes.
I think though I'm with less size, I'm with more knowledge now. that is a
Yes.
that is
That's
a good
better.
thing. Yeah.
So Yeah, you got to learn like through the process in order to get better. That's how
Yeah.
you actually grow. So you can't actually keep regretting like what you did in the past.
Yes,
That's
that's
what
true.
actually made you. So let's talk about like how does it make sense to like eat more and lose more weight, body fat in your fitness journey. So first thing you need to know is like what is calorie deficit. So short answer for that is like you burn body fat. Sorry, calorie deficit is like through eating less than you actually I mean than you burn. So when that happens, it creates a calorie deficit. So how does it actually make sense to like eat more and lose more body fat? Like I'm glad you asked. Like I just want to like say like few things about that is the fact that like one of the things people do not know is like you don't just burn calories with exercise and walking. There are so many other things you are going to do in your daily routine which will actually burn calories. So calories equal energy. So one thing you need to know, like when you like sit down, that's also burning calories. When you consume food, like when you digest food, that's also you're gonna burn calories through that. When you type on a keyboard, that's also that. And even when you sleep, and these are the things you need to know about that. Like these are the few things you must know in order to understand how to create how you burn body fat. So it's not just through exercise and walking your steps on a daily basis. So how we gain body fat is through when you eat more than you burn. So when this happens, the excess you have as energy will be stored as body fat in your body. So that's how you actually gain body fat. So uh, so when I say like you can eat more, it doesn't mean you're not going to be on a deficit. So one of the examples I can actually come across is last week I actually posted a reel about like a client who's almost 50 and lost about like 12 to 13 kilos. But like I'll just say this, like he lost 30 pounds in the rapid transformation program, and he proved like age is just a number. So 30 pounds sounds better than kilos. So that's what I'm actually using. So anyway, so this is how eating more and losing more works. So increasing food when you're on a deficit doesn't mean you're or going on a surplus straight away. So what I did with Ashan like was mentioning the fact that he was at 1,000 calories, and that's a deficit, but it's a very tough deficit where you will have trouble in other areas of your life: sex drive, workout quality, and you being lazy, and all of those things will definitely
You get
happen.
angry.
Even do those things actually happen, right? Like your training quality like was like really low and you would not be able to do it. Like one of the things we always tell our clients is you can't actually go through the process of fat loss or weight loss by suffering. You must find a way to enjoy the process. So when I say eat more, let's take this 100 kilo person as an example. So let's say you're 100 kilos right now and you have a bad relationship with food, and you being on 1,000 calories at 100 kilos is going nuts, and you will definitely go nuts, and I don't know whether you'll survive for a week. Highly unlikely, but like willpower, if you have a better willpower you might, but like it won't actually be long lasting sustainable. So what you must do is like take the goal weight you need to be at, let's say 80 kilos, and make it in lbs. That would be something like 176, 175, and multiply that number by 12, and you will get 2,100 calories, and you will still be on a deficit with that. So just because you are on a higher calories, that doesn't mean you're not on a deficit. You're on a surplus or something like that. That means you're still on a deficit, but it'll be on a higher deficit where you will have energy to produce quality sessions, quality training sessions. One of our clients is Sahan, and his calories are about 2,000 like most of the time.
Yep.
Like like most of his time, like where he lost 24 kilos, like his calories were about 2,000, and sometimes it was 2,500, but he still lost weight. Why? Is because he had the energy. With calories equal energy, so when he had the energy to actually do other things, it actually helped him burn body fat better. So he had energy to do a lot of things. So that's the reason why he actually ended up losing more than 20 kilos. So when I say 20 kilos, that's about like 40, more than 40 pounds. So we'll just use the pounds example. That'll look like a
Yep.
higher number.
Yep.
So Anyway, so enough about that. So when we say like you need to eat more, it doesn't mean like you're gonna be eating on a surplus. It's gonna be still on a deficit, but still the numbers are not crazy thousands or like 800 calories or 500 calories or like not eating at all. If you not eat at all, definitely you will not have energy to like produce quality sessions, because when you don't produce quality sessions through strength training, it will not help you grow whatsoever. Like it won't get to your six pack. You might get the six pack, but skinny person like having no muscle and six pack isn't gonna be worthwhile. Like that's something we already know. It's about having the quality in the transformation you are gonna make. So that's what we got through Ashan's transformations, which I actually posted yesterday. So the other thing you need to know is about the metabolic adaptation. So for the people who's been like yo-yo dieting or have a bad relationship with food, usually ruin the risk of like going through this risk of metabolic adaptation. So what it means is when your body is not metabolically adapted to like when it's adapted to, let's say, like higher calorie deficits, um, you will need to like process refeeds in order to do things better, like use energy better. And like Ashan said, when he, with his example, one of the things he did, like he did it for 2 weeks and he ended up going back to like a cheat day, a cheat week or something. The cheat week is not like let's say you are supposed to be like 2,000 calories and your refeed is 2,500 or 3,000. When you are going on a cheat day or a cheat meal, it's about like 5,000 sometimes, right, Ashan? Like that's
Yep.
something which happened, and you did not recover properly. You went on a surplus, like a massive, massive,
Massive
massive,
surplus. Yes.
massive surplus. And that's number two you must understand in a fat loss journey. So when you eat less, that's what happens. So number three, the biggest mistake, it's a common one. Like people go on Google, they search like how to lose 10 kilos in the next 4 weeks. And in order for you to lose 10 kilos in in the next 4 weeks, you will get an equation on Google saying like if you stay on this amount of calories, you will actually lose this amount of weight per week. And this process does not have any issues with it, but I don't have an issue with it. But the problem is this process does not know like how hungry you get, how much of a suffering you're going to go through this process is all about like you getting that result. And does it sustain? No, it doesn't focus on sustaining it. So this is something you need to understand when you use these apps. But you need to use apps smarter way, like properly. Just because it says like you need to lose this much, in order to for you to lose this much in this period, you need to be on a calorie deficit like this. If that's what it says, like it might be right, but the thing is, it won't be sustainable. So what's gonna happen is like in the long run, when you're eating less, your ghrelin hormone will go up, and you won't have enough energy to produce, like I said before, quality sessions or anything like that. So that when the ghrelin hormone, like the hunger hormone, elevates, this is where you cheat. This is where you give up. So this is where the 2 pound, if you want to lose 2 pound per week method on
Yep.
apps won't be sustainable. Like, is there
Exactly.
anything like you want to add with regards to your experience on that, Ashan? Like, because that's something like you have went through, because you spoke about like the cheat day, like you usually gone
Yeah.
through.
Yeah. So
And yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
yeah. So these apps, websites, and all of them. I think I have gone through everything. The only problem is that it gives you a number. That's about it. But it doesn't show the process, like how you should go ahead with it, right? So these numbers, it's very easy for you to get confused, when you get into it, right? That is exactly what happened, because I just went ahead blindly, without knowing the process, right? That is what happened. And at the end, as you said, the maximum I was able to push for was just either 1.5 weeks or maximum two. And then after that, I mean, I feel depressed, because I mean, what's the point of having a good physique, if you're not fit enough, right? This is
Yes.
what happened. I mean, back in the day, I had to go to work as well. So it was a very confusing time period, really, simply because it gives me the numbers, but it doesn't show me a process, right? What I
Yes.
should do, right? And the other problem is that all these apps sites, they're from the US, they're from the other countries, okay, but when it comes to Sri Lanka, there is a huge gap between applying it according to how they say and how it really should happen here,
Yes.
right? Because there is a difference, in a lot of things when you get into fitness, right? Because not a complaint, but we have less stuff here,
Yes.
right? So that
Especially
was the
like
biggest problem, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I think that was a good experience, but big mistakes done.
Yeah.
That's how it was. Yeah.
All right. So bottom line, you must understand when it comes to a fat loss phase, like even though when we say like you can eat more and lose more body fat, you still need to be on a deficit, but it doesn't mean you need to be on a crazy deficit. It needs to be like on a moderate deficit or a high calorie deficit if you're a person who has problems with food, or like if you do not want to like suffer a lot. Because most of the time like our clients, when they get results, like they are eating a lot more than what they used to eat. So sometimes people actually say like they eat a lot more
Yeah.
than they think. But the reason why I say like you need to eat more is because when you eat like more without eating less, your cheat meal won't be like really crazy, like won't be like really mad. So it will be like with controlled portioning and all of that, like
Yeah.
you will get results better and more sustainably when you eat more and lose more, when you eat more on a calorie deficit. All right. So that's it for today, and hope you guys got value out of this. And we'll be coming back tomorrow with another topic, and we'll be bringing in more value, and we'll be letting you know how the athletes are doing for the competition. We are about like less than 4 weeks away, and we are ready to dominate, and we are ready to raise the flag in India. So that's it. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you guys soon.
See you tomorrow.